This relates to quick news. All praise Yahweh Bashim Yosha Bashim Makakadash. Honest men and truth on down relate truth and knowledge, so we know it's truth and knowledge. Some quick news real quick. Israeli regains Tehran airspace. You had relating to continue a barrage of missiles on both sides. Something with an Iranian TV explosion. You have an Iran calls Trump to force Israel to cease fire relating to these aerial barrage of missile attacks. This is on NTD. This information, some of this information I got, which is New Tang Dynasty news, which are China-based news. So I'll give you a little information about certain things. Trump in G7 meeting with Carney in Alberta, Canada, talking bilateral related to tariff and trade agreements. You have Minnesota suspect relating to those two legislators, Portman and her husband, and two other lawmakers. You'd be charged for first degree murder. You have continue. You have major flash flooding. Deleted in West Virginia. Trump suggests he wouldn't mind China be relating to the G7, be involved relating to joining in G7. Bondi speaks at a Liberation Religion Commission relating to liberation related to faith. And that relates to faith in the success of U.S. and overall religious liberation related to religious faith. Religious, practices religion. U.S. Embassy in Israel is heavily damaged by Iranian missiles. And the Iron Dome has been compromised by certain missiles as well. You have the Shahab, which is a medium-range missile. You had the Fatah 1, which is a hypersonic. The hypersonic one is penetrated relating to the dome, and penetrated that. That's why you're seeing the damage they're getting. And now hypersonic missiles, little information, is 5 times faster speed of sound, and from Iran to Israel can travel in 12 minutes, about 6,100 miles an hour, something like that. Kilometers hours per hour. So it's pretty fast. Last time I was watching a First Post report talking about Iran is, they learned a lesson from the first time. Now they're using the more hypersonic missiles, because the longer range missiles take about almost 9 hours. With these hypersonic, they can get there in 12 minutes. So it's a big difference. That's a difference of 8 hours and about 48 minutes, bro. So they had heavily damaged, and they were compromised relating to the dome. That relates to those particular long hypersonic missiles, Fatah 1, and Shahab, which is their missiles. You had 2 New Jersey immigration detention centers, escapees being recaptured and brought back. You have an so-called alleged relating to CCP ties relating to the LA protests, allegedly. That's why they put the alleged on there. Judge weighs on the Trump relating to Harvard visa ban, so the situation between administrations and the Harvard and the Trump administration. Trump organization. The Trump organization now is launching relating to a mobile phone. It's called the Trump Mobile, and it's called the 47 plan. And the 47 plan will be about $47.95 a month. by the two sons, Eric and Donald Jr. You know what I mean? So go on to your Trump mobile. Get your new plan. I'm just kidding. All right. You have so much for not being conflict of interest. We have what we have here. We had New Delhi, India. I believe investigators related to identify 87 bodies of that 242 that were deleted. 87 of them were deleted. 87 were identified relating to authorities. You had another mishap where had to return to Hong Kong, which is Air India. So you're seeing mishaps relating to these planes. We had CCP forced organ harvest in Falun Gong. You know, Falun Gong. This relates to medical genocide. You had a panel discussed, that's what I was talking about, relating to Pam Bondi, relating to religious liberties in the U.S. And Ben Carson was he was joined in that part of that committee. Now, relating to the trade deals, Trump estimates positivity or things that could be possibly achievable in days or weeks relating to the bilateral trades. You have the Nimitz group, carrier group. They're going to be going towards the Middle East. Nimitz carrier group. You have, they're going to be going there anyway. It was reported a few days ago. You had Taiwan put a block list on Huawei and SMIC, which is related to semiconductors. SMIC means the Semiconductor Manufacturer International Corporation. So it's a corporation pertaining to semiconductors, man. So Taiwan put a block list on that. You might as well say a blacklist, but yeah, block list. What else? This is just quick reports, real quick. Asset forced into major global reversal, signature USD. So you've seen a lot of economical stuff on. Moments Israeli, or you had an oil refinery relating to Haifa, which is in Israel. Haifa, Israel. I've been over there personally. Bazan oil refinery blows up. Chilling moment. Iranian missile slams into Haifa, goes viral. What else we have? New details released after the arrest of suspect shooting Minnesota state lawmakers. I think he posed as a cop or something, I believe. So he had some kind of, it looked like he had a mask on or something. All right. Israel-Iran conflict escalates after the strike of nuclear facility. 200 deleted. You have Trump orders ICE to expand deportation in Democratic-run cities / sanctuary cities as well. Benjamin Netanyahu tells ABC he's not ruling out taking out Iran's Supreme Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. He's not ruling that out. That's what pretty much Benjamin Netanyahu is talking about. Benjamin Netanyahu's out for blood, man. Just putting it out. He's out for blood. He's out for blood. You know what I mean? Trump asked what is holding up a deal with Canada. You know what I mean? Right in the front of Carney. Here we go. Airstrikes interrupt a TV broadcast. National broadcast on live air. So on live air, when they were live air relating to in Iran, you had pretty much something happen related to explosion, man. So much on real TV, you know. Iran's conflict escalates to airstrikes into fourth day. Jury liberates in Karen murder trial. Trump administration weighs in on adding 36 additional countries to travel ban. And the majority is going to probably be African nations and some Middle East nations, I would suspect. Maryland Attorney General Brown preliminary agrees to settlement with Purdue Pharma, Big Pharma. See highlights for the Army's 250th anniversary parade in Washington. No King's Day protest pops off in the country's unprecedented numbers. Suspect in custody after fatal shooting in the CLC protest. Tim Kaine files a war powers resolution to prevent war with Iran. Washington flood, 5 deleted, 3 are still missing relating to the flood. So they're trying to find a form of war powers resolution to prevent war with Iran. I think that's a little too late, you know what I mean? Because they're already at war, they're already shooting missiles, they're already doing certain things, man. Maybe to help not broaden relating to broaden the more regional escalation that's going to happen. Scripture talks about you're going to hear of wars, rumors of wars, see ye be not troubled. For nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, there shall be pestilent earthquakes in different places. You're seeing earthquakes, and you're seeing also uproars of the people. Scripture talks about when they say peace and safety, there's sudden destruction, like a woman in travail. So that peace and safety, man, you know what I mean? You're seeing sudden means unexpected, and that's what you're seeing, man. And relating to that video I was talking about, relating to those missiles, Iran learned a little bit before, so they're striking more of a blitzkrieg measure. Blitzkrieg is pretty much a form of a fast attack on a semi-ready opponent. It's an old German tactic they used when your opponent is semi-ready on their defenses, relating to that. So that's what Iran is doing, Israel. So they're using they have, from a longer term, Iran would have the advantage. That's why Israel needs backing of the U.S., man. Just like one of the Men in Truth says, and that's the truth, man. Because long term, Iran has a lot of missiles, man. So Israel would need backing from U.S. to continue to do something against them from a longer term. That's why the scripture talks about the least of the flock shall draw thee out, man, or draw thee in. 49:20 of Jeremiah. So U.S. is going to be drawn into the war, and they're already drawn into it, whether directly, indirectly. So, because Israel, they need their support, militarily, etc. You know what I mean? And Iran called relating to Trump to end relating to the ceasefire, because both sides will be affected, but Israel from a longer term could be affected a lot more. You know what I mean? So U.S. would be involved in something they really don't want to be involved in, but they're going to be involved anyway. You know what I mean? Either way, they're involved. So That goes to that. Let's see what else. Isaiah. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise. That's the ancient days where they fought hand-to-hand combat. The battle gear, battle axe, axes, shields, the old way, the ancient way. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and the garments rolled in blood. So they have blood over them from the fighting. You know, I mean, from the fighting hand-to-hand, being stabbed, being punctured, the bleeding on their garments. But this shall be with burning fuel of fire. This one's going to be with intense heat, very concentrated, intense heat, radiation, missiles, man. All right, this is something short relating to information. We'll give all praise, Yahweh Bashem Yoshua Bashem Merkakadash, this is Zayal Wolf. Shalom.